Let's go to page 462 and let's do the evens. So number 2, you have square root of 100 to the second power. So the square and the square root, they will cancel out, and so your answer will be 100. Okay, number 4, you have square root of 29 parentheses square. So you can square and square root, they cancel each other, so answer would be 29. Number 6, you have square root of 7y squared parentheses square. Square and square root cancel each other, so it would be 7y squared. Number 8, you have square root of u plus v parentheses square. So square and square root cancel out, so your answer would be u plus v. Okay, number 10. You have a square root of 100y squared. So this one does not have parentheses, so you have to simplify each part. So you can divide into 2 parts. So square root of 100 is 10. Square root of the y squared, this will cancel out, so it would be y. And so number 10 would be 10y. Okay, let's go to number 12. You have square root of 64t to the 6. Okay, so again, this part over here, square root of 64 is 8, and this part over here would be t to the 3. So square means half of that exponent. Okay. Number 14, square root of 9y squared. Okay, so square root of 9 is 3, square root of y squared is y. So again, none of the factors. Okay, number 16, you have square root of 25b to the 6. So you can do each part individually. So square root of 25 is 5. Square root of b to the 6th power is b to the 3 power. Let's go to 18. You have square root of y to the 5. So this one does not simplify exactly, so you need to break into 2 parts. Okay, so make it to y to the 4 and y to the 1. So break the y to the 5 into 2 parts. So square root of y to the 4 would be y squared, and this one is the leftover, so it would be square root of y. Okay, let's go to number 20. You have square root of n to the 9th power. Okay, so break this into 2 parts. So break into the good part and the leftover part. So n to the 8th power, square root of that will give you n to the 4. Again, square root means you half of the exponent. Okay. And then this one is leftover, so it would be just square root of n. Okay, let's go to number 22. Okay, you have square root of 98 ab to the 3. Okay, so now for the numbers getting complicated, and what you want to do is you can do this. Go off to the side and use the ladder method. So divide by 2, so you get 4, 9. Divide by 7, 7. Okay, so you can square root, means you need to get 2 radicand to make into an integer. So this 2 radicand becomes an integer, and this would be the leftover. Okay, so again, 2 radicands make an integer. This one will stay. This one you need to break into b squared and a b. Right? Again, so break down each part. And then after that, you can go and collect the 9th part. So this one comes out, so 7b. So this take care, again, circle that so you can keep track. So this is 7, this is b, and rest of them are left over, so it'll be square root of 2ab. Okay. Let's go to 24. Square root of 44. X to the 3, y to the 6. So this one is not too bad. So you can again break it down into, try to take out the perfect squares. So it'd be square root of 4, square root of 11. This one make into square x squared and square root of x. This one is good already, so leave that. Then after that, you go and simplify each part. So this would be 2, this one stays, this one is x, this one stays, this would be y to the 3. Right? Again, not everything else. So first, break into, try to take out the perfect squares. And then after you simplify, then after you go and rearrange. So number, alphabet, so number, alphabet, and the leftover would be square root of 11x. Okay? So keep your integer and variable and together outside in the front, and the leftover goes on the inside. Okay, 26. You got square root of 27 c to the 5 d to the 2. So again, if you don't know how to break it down, you can use this method. So 27 you can divide by 3, you get 9, divide by 3, you get 3. So this will give you, 2 radican will give you an integer, so it will be 3, and the leftover will be square root of 3. So simplify each part. This one, break it down to c to the 4, c to the 1. This one, leave it as as a square root of d squared. Then go and simplify each part. So 3, square root of 3. This will give me c squared. This is the leftover c, and this will give me a d. Right? So you can do each part. Then after that, you can go and collect the one that you already taken out. So 3 c squared d, and the leftover would be square root of 3c. Okay, let's go to 28. Okay, you have square root of 135, a to the 6, b to the 8. So let's go to the side. So 135, so you can divide by 3, so you get 4, 5. Divide by 3, you get 15. And this one, if you divide, it doesn't help you. Okay? So again, so 2 radicans make an integer, and the leftover would be square root of 15. This one, again, break into the perfect squares. So all these are perfect square already. So now you can go and simplify. So you're going to get 3 square root of 15. This will be the a to the 3, b to the 4. Rearrange a little bit. So you get 3, a3, b to the 4, square root of 15. Okay, number 30, square root of 90, m7, n6. I'm going to alternate between the methods, so you can use either method. So this one I'm going to break it into square root of 9, square root of 10. I can take out the perfect squares. And this one I'm going to break into m to the 6 and m to the 1. This one just n to the 6. Then you simplify each part. So this would be a 3. This one cannot. This one would be m to the 3. Again, as soon as you simplify, the square root is gone. Right? And this one cannot. This one would be n to the 3. Then rearrange things a little bit. So you got 3, and you got an m cubed, n cubed. And then the leftover will be square root of 10m. Okay, let's go to number 32. You got square root of 270, g to the 8, h to the 9. Okay, so let's go to the side. So when number get complicated, probably better off go to the side and do this. So it'll be 2, so 135, and you do the 3, 4. So this one you can see from here, right? So divide by 3, you get 45. Divide by 3, you get 15. Divide by 3, you get 5. Okay, so now this will come out, and all these are leftovers. So when you have leftover, you have to multiply by again. So 2 times 5 is 10, times 3 is 30. So this one you cannot be simplified. And this one you break it into g to the 8, and this one would be h to the 8 and h to the 1. Okay, so you can break it up into perfect squares. Then after that you simplify. So this will be g to the 4. This one will be h to the 4. This one's a leftover. And rearrange things a little bit. So you got 3, h to the 4. Let's do, okay, g to the 4, h to the 4, and square root of 30h. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 34. Okay, you got square root of 216, x to the 11, y to the 13. So let's go and simplify the 216. So divide by 2, you get 108. Divide by 2, you get 54. Divide by 2, you get 27. Okay, so you can start with your, so you want to do the prime number. Start with 2, then you go 3, then you go 5. So divide by 3, you get 9. Divide by 3, you get 3. Okay, so this 2 radicand will give me a number. This 2 radicand will give me a number. And the leftover would be square root of 6. Okay, now this one over here, break into x to the 10, x to the 1, and this would be y to the 12, y to the 1. Okay, then after that you can go and simplify. So this will give me 6, square root of 6, and this would be 5, x to the 5, square root of x. This would be y to the 6, square root of y. Right? I can just do each part, and after you collect the one that you take out the square, so it would be 6, x to the 5, y to the 6, and the leftover would be 6xy. Okay? So you can break into small parts and you simplify and you get your answer. Okay, let's go to number 36. You got square root of 72, a to the 3, b to the 4, c to the 5. So 72, go off to the side. Let's go and break it down. So divide by 2, you get 36. Okay, divide by 2, you get 18. Divide by 2, you get 9. Divide by 3, you get 3. Okay, so these 2 radicand will become integer 3. These 2 radicand become integer 2. Left over is square root of 2. Okay, and then from here, you break it down to a squared a. This one is b to the 4, and this one will be c to the 4 and a c. Okay, now go and simplify each part. So this is 6, square root of 2. This would be a. This would be a square root of a. This would be b squared. This would be a c squared, and it would be square root of c. Okay. Now if you can try to line things up, okay, then after that, go and collect the part that you took it out. So you're going to get 6a, b squared, c squared, and the leftover would be 2ac.